My name is Rita Foster. I've been costuming now for, I don't know, 7 going on 10 years. I'm excited about this project. I've never worked on a Spanish language production before, and so it's truly a challenge and an exciting exercise for me. Well, it's a challenge to me because I'm working outside of my cultural norm. This stretches I've grown up in this area, so it's not like this is so foreign to me, right? However, it is not, Spanish is not my mother tongue. Although I've studied it, I don't speak it. Although I've read lots of Mexican and Spanish authors, I always feel like I'm a visitor. So for me to do this, I want to be very careful to have it look authentic and look legitimate so that the people who come believe for a minute what they're watching. And of course, I don't do that all by myself. This is done with the music and the acting and everything. But still, the visual elements, they need to evoke the story. So when Macario and his family are poor, we need to believe that. And then costume is a key element in getting the audience to believe that. And then to create a look that says colonial Spanish influence without spending $1 million, which is what that stuff can run into, but also establishing the difference visually at a glance between who is who in the social hierarchy. So I'm being very careful with that. The way I broke it down, when I looked at the cast and I looked at the number of roles and who's playing what, it works out to 90 looks. Now, some of those looks are not huge changes. They will be like a manta with 1 or 2 different accessories, so that's a second look. But in some cases, they are 3 distinct looks, be it a calavera and a unitard, a manta, and a colonial figure. And also with our magical characters, there's a big shift. These folks, they come to the woods, they need to look like, yeah, they could have been walking in the woods, but they also need to look like they're more magical than anybody else Macario has ever met in the woods. And that's a challenge that I'm working on a daily basis. It's a really actually very complicated rubrics, and if you factor out period considerations, which we never can, but you need to. The primary thing is that they fit the actor well, because if it isn't comfortable and it isn't workable, it isn't a playable look. And it doesn't matter how gorgeous that coat is, if it doesn't fit him well, he won't own it on stage. So that's very important. And the other thing is safety. We never ever want to put anything on somebody that is so limiting or somehow makes them uncomfortable. That is a dangerous situation to put somebody in on stage with the lights and everything like that. So before I really consider the finer points of a design from the glamour aspects of it, I have to see, can we do what they're asking, the script and the director, without putting any actors in jeopardy, like they're going to slip or they won't be able to see, or especially with singers and dancers, do they have full range of motion? Are they going to be able to move? Oh, and quick changes. Right. That's another example. That's in the most basic. And then you pan out to what's required in the action plot of the play. So we graph that all out. And we look at how long any one character is off stage between a second look, should there be one. And then we determine if that's a quick change, or or if it's the kind of thing where we have to modify the garment to make the quick change possible. And that's always a great deal of labor, but you need to figure that stuff out early. And of course, that ties into safety, because you don't want to change somebody so fast, throw them on in a safety pin, and one night that safety pin will not be so safe. So we don't do that. No, I'm slightly superstitious, so I would like to make it be a surprise, and with the prayer that it's going to be a really happy surprise.